Thesis. Love it or hate it, but most of the time, we fear it. Tanda ko noon na kapag bago ka tumungtong ng college, laging tinatanong namin sa mga tapos na mag-aral is that, may thesis ba ang course mo? Or kapag may nakakilala ka ng mga ibang course na, uy, kamusta yung thesis mo? Mahirap ba? Tas naiinggit tayo kapag nilalaman natin ng ibang mga courses na kaibigan natin ay wala silang thesis or hindi masyadong mabigat ang thesis na ginagawa nila. And in this episode, parang gusto kong bigyan ng balance ang pananaw ng mga tao when it comes to thesis. Kasi as a teacher, as a college teacher, parang maganda rin na tignan ang both sides ng estudyante. Kung ano nga, hindi lang estudyante, even outsiders ng school on how they view thesis, kung importante ba talaga siya, may mapapalabay ang thesis na yan, gastos lang naman yan, pagkagawa ng thesis, pagka-graduate ng estudyante, tapos na rin lang naman yan, wala na rin mangyayari, so sayang lang naman daw ang effort. And we have this side naman na tinuturo ang thesis so that may matutunan yung mga bata, kailangan nila pag-graduate, magpang-mature sila, mga ganong bagay. So, let's put into perspectives those two sides. Pero una sa lahat, i-clarify muna natin na ano nga ba talaga ang konsepto ng thesis at bakit natin siya kailangan gawin. For sure, this kind of conversation ay ino-open na kapag may thesis class kayo. Just a recap na lang na ang thesis ay merong Greek word na nanggaling siya sa Greek word na hindi ko mabasa-basa kung ano ang ibig sabihin, but it means that something put forth, or it refers to an intellectual proposition. So ibig sabihin, naglalatag ka ng idea. You are presenting an idea. And that is the etymology of thesis. So it's the same with how we do it in college. We have an idea and we present it. And at the same time, we present that idea that is also grounded doon sa mga natutunan natin throughout our college days. Let's say, for example, if ang course mo ay marketing, syempre, ang thesis mo is that ano ang tungkol sa mga nangyayari sa market at paano yun may explain ng mga napag-aralan mo for the past 3 to 4 years. That's basically how thesis work. Thesis shows how you mastered your course. Paano mo nagagamay ang mga teachings na tinuro sa'yo. So, dyan din makikita on how well you absorbed the learnings that you gained from first year, second year, third year, so on and so forth. Yan, that is one of the biggest reasons kung bakit meron tayong thesis. It is to gauge the mastery of the student doon sa course na pinapasukan niya. At may isa pa tayong pwedeng idagdag sa kung ano nga ba ang konsepto ng thesis. Isa sa mga magandang konsepto ng thesis or research in general is that it allows us na magkwento at magkwenta. Ikwento natin kung ano ang nangyayari sa lipunan at ikwenta natin ang halaga, ikwenta natin ang impact ng mga ganong pangyayari sa pangkaramihan. So, yun ang esensya, pure essence, or doon ang foundation ng isang researcher. Well, sa amin, pero most of the time, lahat ng mga nag-undergo ng thesis, it's either nagkikwento ka through qualitative or nagkikwenta ka through quantitative. So that's just basically it. So, other than that, ano pa ba? Kasi if you are the student, most of the time, since napagdaanan ko rin ito nung estudyante ako, we value thesis as something not for the research purpose. Yung tipong if we're given the choice, may choice tayo hindi gumawa ng thesis at gagawa ng thesis, most of us will choose not to make thesis. Anong minimin ko dito? Lahat tayo, majority of us, nagko-conduct ng research because it is required from us. And it's not really na, ay, ganda nito, kailangan kong mag-research. Kailangan kong gawa ng thesis ito. No, it's because we are put in an environment na kung saan we are required to make a thesis. Is it a bad thing? No. Is it a good thing? Yes. So I will explain kung bakit hindi masama na kapag ginagawa siyang requirement ang thesis pagdating sa pagdating sa college. Ginagawa siyang requirement so that as a student, as a learner, as a researcher, you are exposed to an environment, you're exposed to a system, you're exposed to the procedures on how to conduct a research. Not just any research, but a formal research. And once you are put into that environment, nakikita mo yung sarili mo, how you handle the research, how you handle looking up data, how you handle analyzing data, how you handle gathering data, and at the same time, giving your own conclusions to that topic. Kaya hindi masama na it is na required siya. Paano siya nagiging hindi maganda? Hindi lang siya nagiging maganda kapag ang estudyante or kapag ang researcher is only doing this for the sake of compliance purposes. Na gumagawa ka ng thesis, ay kasi required ito, and hindi mo na siya seseryosohin. Because the essence of doing thesis is on the journey in making it and not just being able to comply. That's why may masasabi natin na bakit may mga thesis that are high quality than others at bakit may mga thesis naman na mas mababa ang quality than others. You can gauge it on how well it is written. A well-written research means na talagang nag-effort yung estudyante, gustong-gusto niya yung topic, and can present credible and valid ideas to that. So yun ang case nun pagdating sa exposing ourselves or ginagawang requirement ng sistema ng school ang paggawa ng thesis. Yes, pasensya na may tumatol na aso. I'm actually recording this early morning. So, yun. Aside from that, ano pa ba sa thesis? Gastos, syempre. Thesis is very expensive. Creating a research is very expensive, especially if you're doing it individually. Kasi in making research, we have group research and we have individual research. And I believe most social science research ay individual, mostly political science, social work, philosophy, psychology, sociology, usually individual sila. And other subjects or other courses prefer to have it in groups. So either way, both have merits and both have demerits then. May pros and cons then, just like everything else. So, I digress. Balik tayo dun sa gastusin. And because yan ang pinaka number one concern. Diba? Mostly concern ng mga tao is that the paper waste produced by making thesis is very high. Hindi naka-open dito yung data ko, pero mataas ang waste ng papel. Kasi paggawa mo pa lang ng proposal, gagawa ka pa ng revisions. After ng revisions, gagawa ka pa ulit ng isa pang revision, gagawa ka pa ulit ng revision, gagawa ka pa ng revisions. So sa dami ng revisions mo sa paper mo, madaming papers ang nakukonsume, maraming papel ang nasasayang. At sa isang tao lang yun. Madaming paper waste ang nangyayari sa iba't ibang mga estudyante. That's why may mga ibang systems na ini-encourage na kapag after ng mga gamit ng papers, ay nire-recycle siya para hindi rin siya masayang. Pero syempre, kahit anong sabihin natin na okay, nare-recycle yung mga papel, hindi pa rin may iwasan yung gastos talaga. It's expensive. From data gathering, cost of printing, minsan kapag may interviews ka, papakainin mo yung mga i-interviewin mo. So, maraming factors. Transportations, yung oras, minsan yung puyat, madami kang investment. Ika nga. And parang sinasabi din ng iba na those kinds of investment is not directly proportional sa kapalit nun. Na ang kapalit lang naman daw nun is paka-graduate, tapos na. What's the point of the thesis? And most people hanggang doon na lang yung nagiging mindset. Kaya, hindi masyado nagiging seryoso yung topics, hindi, parang binabasta-basta lang yung mga research kasi tingin nila na once matapos na nila yun, mga graduate sila, tapos na. Because that's the goal. Kaya ito rin ang masasabi ng, ito rin yung sa ibang sides naman, na making a research, making a thesis is presenting an idea and showing how well you master that idea. How you make that idea impactful sa society or how you make that data impactful sa mga tao, it's still up to you because you're the researcher. Okay? You're the researcher. You submitted your research to the school before you graduate, but at the same time, the topic was still yours. So, ang tanong naman dyan, what did you do to spread awareness doon sa study mo? Diba? Kasi not everyone can just go into libraries and read your thesis. So, as the researcher of that thesis, what did you do para mas maging aware yung mga tao doon sa topic mo and how would it benefit them? Kasi kung ang usapan lang naman is the preservation of the ideas, yung pag-grow ng mga data na nakuha sa research, paano yung mga societal impact ng research, ng thesis, so dapat mabigyan ng highlight daw yun. Edi, the question is, as the researcher, what did you do? Kasi the school is allowing public access to your papers. Kaya siya merong copy sa school. Na anyone who wants to do research is papasok doon, babasahin yung gawa mo, then that's it. So as the researcher, you have to ask yourself, what can you do in order to preserve your study if you're really passionate about it? And another one is that not everyone loves research. Madaming nagsasabi na, grabe, ang hirap naman yan. Napaka-komplikado, may English pa, ang daming loopholes na pwedeng makita pagdating sa thesis para ma-discourage ang isang tao. Na, ang grabe, nakakatakot yung panel. Ay, grabe, ganito siya. So, madaming reasons. People are projecting upon the culture of thesis writing. And nung una, yes, when I was a student, I was guilty of this as well. Na what's the point? And eventually, as you write thesis, kaya personally, this is just a personal opinion. Personal opinion is that individual thesis is good for the student. Individual or by pair is good for the student. So I'll digress on that later. Na most of us don't have passions for researches. Most of us don't have the drive to determine, to figure out something new. And kaya minsan karamihan sa atin, hindi alam kung ano ang topic na gagawa nila ng thesis. Hindi alam kung whether yung thesis nila ay novel, whether or not kung ang thesis ba nila ay may iaambag sa lipunan, or whether or not may magiging silbi ang topic nila. So, the best advice na binibigay ng mga kakilala ko sa academe is that research something that you are interested in, or research something that you are curious about. It's very common sense, but at the same time, mahirap, hindi siya nakikita nung karamihan. You have to find a topic that you're interested about, and at the same time, you ask yourself, ano ang meron sa mga natutunan ko sa past years ko in college para mabigyan ng bagong anggulo or bagong idea itong topic na kinahihiligan ko? Because remember, all information in the world has different perspectives. All ideas and concepts have different perspective, have different lenses. So you just have to shine an idea doon sa konsepto na gusto mong ipakita sa topic na interesado ka. Let's say for example, pagdating sa konsepto ng pamimili. Buying power ng isang tao. If your field is politics, ang pinag-aaralan mo ay political science, titignan mo on how politics or ano yung mga batas or ano yung mga political systems natin that affects the buying power of people. If you are a marketing, ang course mo naman ay marketing, hahanap ka ng lenses to explain kung anong marketing concepts ang magpapa-highlight kung ano nga ba ang purchasing power ng mga tao sa isang lugar. One idea can have different perspectives. So all you have to do is select the perspective you want to present and you want people to see. Okay? Thesis is not something that can change the world on a snap. It's just presenting an idea. A thesis is different from dissertation. Mas mataas ang dissertation kumpara sa thesis. Thesis is a stepping stone for you to do that. Okay? So yun ang mga concerns na na-identify ko throughout my experience and throughout my research din. Okay? And at the same time kasi, ang tawag nito, one of the things na naalala ko din, yung mga pabigat, especially if it's group thesis, may mga pabigat, may mga, ang tawag nito, madaming mga pabuhat. At kung individual naman, grabe ang breakdowns, grabe ang stress if you're doing a thesis individually because wala kang nababounce off ng idea mo. Wala kang nakaka-exchange ng perspectives. So, may mga varied concerns din talaga. So, if I missed out something, feel free to tell me na ano pa ba mga agam-agam ng mga tao when it comes to thesis. And doon tayo naman sa lens ng ano nga bang halaga? Ano nga bang halaga ng paggawa ng thesis? So, one of the most important learnings that you can discover or that you can acquire when you are writing a thesis, not just a thesis pala, kahit nga research in general, is that you practice objective statements. Ano ibig sabihin nun? You practice objective statements in a way na ang opinions mo ay nagbe-base lagi sa data or laging may basis ang mga sinasabi mo. Because in thesis and research writing, you cannot create an idea without providing basis. So you cannot create a concept without providing data kung saan mo yung nakuha. And in this process sa pagsusulat ng thesis is that nakikita mo yung sarili mo na how to be objective, on which in this day and age, yun ang kailangan natin. Because we can be easily emotionally triggered na sometimes being objective is one of the keys para mas maging payapa tayo. And writing thesis can help you with that. And ano pa ba? Second one is that you will know how much you learned kapag nagsusulat ka ng thesis. Ano na nga ba yung mga natutunan mo sa school? Ano na nga ba yung mga concepts na natutunan mo? Yun na pag-aralan natin kanina. So, how would this benefit you? How would this benefit you in writing a thesis or even after you graduate? How would that benefit you? Simple lang naman. If you have the power to recall or if you take time na pagnilayan mo kung ano yung mga natutunan mo and apply it to writing, you're actually practicing self-reflection and self-accountability. Kasi, ay, natutunan ko na ito yung mga pwede kong gawin. Ay, hindi ko pa ito natutunan. Ano yung pwede kong gawin para matutunan ko ulit? Diba? Through that process, a student or a learner allows his or herself or themselves to be critical sa sarili nila. Mas nagiging accountable sila. Okay? And, of course, this is already given kasi nasasabi naman ito usually sa school. Conducting thesis improves your communication skills kasi if you're approaching people, especially in surveys and interviews, it teaches you how to listen. It teaches you how to respond to people, how to get along with people, how to approach people. So, doon nagkakaroon din ng growth ang isang estudyante or ang isang learner. Another one is that this will vary if you are individual or if you are in a group thesis. If you are in a group thesis, you will highly learn, dalawa lang yan. You will learn teamwork, you will learn collaboration, and you will learn healthy conflicts. Na you can disagree on a topic sa mga groupmates ninyo, but at the same time, you will still function as a group. So you will know how to handle different kinds of conflict sa ganyang bagay. Mga pabigat, conflict, how would you handle that? May mga sakit sa ulo, how would you handle that? So yun. But the pro side naman ng group thesis is that you have monetary advantage kasi pag marami kayo sa isang grupo, may kaambagan ka, especially sa gastusin. And for individual naman, on which I highly suggest, if ever, syempre one of the cons of individual research is the monetary value. So that's the con usually, but that's not, hindi gaano siya kabigat compared sa ibang cons sa group. Kasi sa group, you have so many uncontrollable factors. And at the same time, sa individual thesis, all you can control is how you will push your thesis. So it will teach you independency. It will teach you to be critical din sa sarili mo na mas hindi ka agad kontentado kapag nasulat ko na yung first draft tapos na to, okay na to. No. Meron pang mga factors kang kailangan din i-consider. So, yun ang maganda kapag individual thesis. There are articles, I think there's an article sa Rappler on how individual thesis change a person's lives. And also based on my experience sa mga mga estudyante namin na naggagawa ng individual thesis, you really see the growth na yung may mga estudyante kami na very shy, very timid at their early process ng pagsulat ng thesis. Eventually, they grow into a more confident and assured person. And that can be done if you are immersed in research because you're not looking into yourself. Alam mo yun, it's not about you. Pagdating sa paggawa ng thesis, it's about the people. It's about the ideas. It's about the impact nung ginagawa mong study. And by distancing yourself sa ganung bagay, you tend to be more sure. Okay. And was that kahit ako nagulan ako doon sinabi ko. Basta pagdating sa individual thesis, malaking growth ang mapapansin mo after you make your research. Another one when it comes din sa individual thesis. Pagdating sa individual thesis is that kahit hindi nga individual thesis even in group thesis is that you will learn how to structure your thoughts not just based on emotion. Like I said, objective. Again, babalikan ko yan. Because in objectivity lies legitimacy. Kasi syempre, a research is objective. The data is always objective. The analysis can be credible if it is objective. Meaning, binabalanse mo lahat ng konsepto ng ideas ng na-research mo into your own ideas. That's why it is legitimate. So yun. And at the same time, it allows us to be more critical, to research more, to follow up questions, which is very important, na hindi na nagagawa na ngayon. So at the same time, for one of the last ones na magandang dulot ng thesis is that you learn how to defend yourself. You learn how to defend, you learn how to accept criticism, and you will learn how to accept feedback in a controlled environment. Ibig sabihin ng controlled environment is not nasa classroom kayo, nasa room, and your teachers, instructors will be always there to guide you. Yes, ipo-point out yung mga mali sa mga papers nyo, but they will be there to help you. And at the same time, you will also learn how to accept the feedbacks, accept the criticism, and learn what to change. And at the same time, one of the best na sa kanyo lang ito ma-discover along the way habang ginagawa niyo yung research niyo. Mas nagugulat ka na kaya mo nang depensahan yung sarili mo. Kasi alam mo yung topic. You're invested on the topic. Nagre-research ka doon sa thesis mo. Mas nagkakaroon ka ng idea how to properly defend yourself. And that is one of the biggest growth na pwede mong makuha in writing a thesis. So ngayon, the question lies is naman, this is for the students. So what if PJ, Sir PJ, hindi naman kami nag-aaral. Wala kaming access sa school. Pwede ba namin yan matutunan kahit hindi gumagawa ng thesis? Actually, yes. You can still do that because research is all about discovering something new and presenting your ideas towards doon sa na-discover mong bago. Ang advantage lang kasi talaga ng pagsulat ng thesis is that you gain this different concepts, different ideas to justify the idea na gusto mong iparating. Research can be done by anyone. The mere fact na halimbawa, gusto mo lang malaman kung gaano karaming tao ang nababad trip sa barangay dahil sa lato-lato, that's already research. Magtitingin-tingin ka dyan. Tatanong-tanong ka, kada bahay, ilang bahay ang galit sa mga naglalato-lato. Mga ganong cases, so it's fun. Research can be fun, and research is fun because it allows us to discover something much more bigger than us, especially dito sa society natin. And sa mga learners, sa mga tapos na gumawa ng thesis, I do hope that as you traverse into your corporate world or business world, do keep in mind the growth that you have experienced when writing your research. How well you present yourself, how well you analyze the information you are given, how well you reflect on your learnings and apply them to your thoughts. Use that because those are the biggest teachings na mabibigay ng pagsusulat ninyo ng thesis. So it won't be a waste. And syempre sa mga fellow teachers namin, sa mga fellow teachers ko, especially if you're teaching research, especially if may mga advices ka, do guide them. Because at the end of the day, tayo din naman ang makaka-guide sa kanila in order for them to be good researchers. Sa atin din sila nakasalalay sa ganyan. We're supposed to be a guide. And they're just traversing the map and we're just letting them explore the best views doon. So, and at the end of the day, tandaan ninyo, a thesis is always important because in every innovation, in every growth, in every success ng isang society, it all started with an idea. An idea that's been cultivated, an idea that's been researched, and an idea that's been defended. So be proud pag nakagawa kayo ng thesis because you just added sa mga pools ng potential na maging growth ng legacy natin sa napapalibutan nating mga tao. Ganun siya. There's more things na gusto kong sabihin pero mahirap na kung ano baka may mga pa tayo. We can do a part 2 if you want. So if you have any more suggestions, any more feedback sa paggawa ng thesis, do tell me at sakto nag-ingay na sa labas. Do tell me in the comment section and I will be happy to read them. And maybe we can dedicate an episode to that as well. So, I know this is not the usual topic. This is not the usual na conversations natin sa podcast na ito, but I really wanted to talk about this one for a long time now. And having been able to do this one is very fun. So hopefully you learned something from this, and yeah, just leave your thoughts, comment section, and Share your ideas as well with others. So thank you so much for listening. And this is your host, PJ, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care, be safe, and goodbye.